Hi there, this is Debasish Roy, and you are watching CEO CAPSULE. This is the channel which talks about problems that companies might face and how they can overcome them. If you want me to take a look at your company's problems, you can message me down below. As usual, we shall embark on an exciting topic. Let's follow.
Today, we shall talk about companies that delight us as against companies that are a sore point in our lives and therefore they fail. All of you know what I'm talking about, right? When I wake up in the morning, I look forward to using my Gillette Mark III razor to shave. It was not always like this. Shaving was a drag, right? Shaving was a drag. When my father's generation shifted from the cutthroat razor to the safety razor for shaving, the changes it made were just about cosmetic. You could cut yourself with both. In fact, I think maybe people cut themselves more often with the safety razor by slicing off some flesh as they were under the false sense of security from the name safety razor. The cutthroat razor was dangerous only if someone wanted to cut off somebody's throat with it. Otherwise, it was a decent tool for shaving. Until somebody jolted you from behind and you cut yourself. Then came the Gillette Mark III razor, with which it was impossible to injure yourself. Today, I can even shave in the dark as it is advertised by the Gillette company. Moreover, the end results have also become very pleasurable. My cheeks and chin are baby bottom smooth after a shave with a Mark III. This company with its product has clearly made us look forward to the day ahead. Gillette is a company that delights its customers. In an earlier video, I had spoken about how it is vital to maintain a clear and continuous line of communication with the customer. This video highlights the result of such communication or the horrendous results if you do not maintain such communication with the customer. We all remember Kingfisher Airlines in India, right? Kingfisher Airlines. It was the airline which had been named after a very popular and successful beer. Kingfisher Airlines rose like a supernova and died like one, two. It was gone. Now, when it did operate in India, it was the darling of domestic flyers. If you recall, Kingfisher did one wonderful thing. When it began operations, they had one employee wearing the bright red Kingfisher uniform, standing outside the airport entrance. They asked every passenger, "Flying Kingfisher, sir?" or "Flying Kingfisher, madam?" If you replied yes, they escorted you inside the airport to the check-in counter, like royalty. If not, they ignored you. If you said, "No, I'm not flying Kingfisher," they ignored you. Passengers from other airlines immediately felt slighted. Hey, we paid for our tickets too. How come nobody's welcoming us like that? Problems began when Kingfisher bought Deccan Air, the poor man's airline, and started calling it Kingfisher Red. Both airlines, that is Kingfisher and Deccan Airways, immediately began to go downhill. Let us now look back at Gillette. Okay, I'll just take a sip. Of my green tea. Now, the Gillette CEO had begun to underreport the company's profits. He used to put the money in a research and development project from which the beautiful Mark III was born, the Lion King. How did this CEO get the design elements for the Mark III? That's important. He listened to his customers. He captured all that their customers said was bad about the safety razor, and the next generation razor was born. Surly and grumpy men all around the world became happy again. What about Kingfisher? They began with great ideas but did not listen to their customers. They thought they were on a great wicket and refused to accommodate requests for changing flights or changing seats. There came a time when customers had just about enough. What about Costco, the US company? This company has a very lean business model where it does not make any money from sales of goods, but earns enough money by selling membership subscriptions. They do not even unload from containers, but sell out of containers in their warehouses. Cost cutting for loading and unloading. Brilliant. The middle class American or the lower middle class American is hooked. Costco listened to his customers and came up with a delighter model. Let us come back to one of the biggest brands in hospitality in India, the Taj Group of Hotels. I felt in the last 15 years that clearly the Oberoi Group has stolen a march over the Taj Group, as the Tridents and the Oberois have consistently outperformed the Taj and listened to every customer's need and fulfilled them. I shall tell you where I had the best experiences. Explored the Udaipur Trident, the Bandra Kurla Trident, and the Gurgaon Trident. I have found them to be exceptional. All that has come from asking the guest about his needs or her needs and making the guest extremely welcome. Listen to your customers. Now I shall come up with one example of listening to the market and not the customer. Owing listened to the market and hurriedly put together the Dreamliner with igniting batteries and the 737 MAX with not so dipping nose. The result, instant failure. 2 crashes attributed to the 737 MAX faulty software and not communicating it to the pilot training program. If you can think of some nice examples of companies that delight you and others which irritate you so that you avoid them, do write them down in the comments. Again, if you want me to come and have a look at your company's problems and help you solve them, I'm just a message away down below. I am Debasish Roy and you are watching CEO Capsule. Have a great day.